We're coming to the end of the program, Amanda. Now, I didn't tell you there's always a surprise question on 10 with Ty. I don't think you asked me one, but I'm going to ask you one. It's about a topic that I love, construction costs, okay? So my questions that'll be related to that. A developer once said to me, he said, he had a big booming voice. He said, Ty, if I knew the construction cost, the end construction cost, before I bought the site, I would never have bought a site. Now, if developers struggle to find the construction cost, and I'm a quantity surveyor, and I sometimes struggle to know what things cost to build, how can a newbie doing a feasibility know what the construction costs of a project are going to be?
Yeah, so that's a really important question, right? So this is where we need to have an A team around us. So our builders are the ones that are estimating projects all the time. So firstly, you want to make sure that you're using a builder that's creating similar product to what you're trying to create. Because if they're doing multiple projects, they've generally got similar projects in the pipeline that they've costed up or they're in the process of costing up. So when I am taking on a new project, I'm speaking to my builders and going, okay, because at the time when you're taking on a project, you don't have the full working drawings, right? You have a concept in your mind. So I'll go to my builder and go, okay, we've got this 3 site here. It's going to be likely 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, double garage of around 160 square meters on 300 square meters of land of a medium spec, right? So you sort of outline the parameters about what you're planning to create. And based on their experience, because they're the ones that are doing estimating for all these other projects and see what the market is, they give you an estimate, right? And it's an estimate because, of course, they don't have the full working drawings with the footing depths and all that sort of stuff. So you put buffers on those estimates to make sure that if it goes up or down, that you're still going to be okay. Because you as a developer, you don't understand how to, and I wouldn't have the first clue how to estimate a project, right? That's not my skill set. But that's what my builders do day in, day out. So it's working with builders that, firstly, you know that they've done this before, that they actually understand how to create the product that you want to create. And if they've got projects in progress, well, typically most builders that I work with, they've got, 40 to 100 keys under construction. So they've got their finger on the pulse of construction cost. Certainly the last 2 years during COVID, that test was testing builders, that's for sure, when they'd provide a quote and then they'd put the order in and then the order would then get pushed up by 17%. And that put a lot of risk on builders. But it's about making sure you've got relationships with builders where you can get the costing, and you can only base it on the current market, right? But typically when you're doing a project, you've got your budget pricing and then that gets tightened up when you've got your build costs and when you've got your final working drawings. But it's having contingency and buffers in place so that you can weather ups or downs on that price as well.
And is there recommended builders within your program? Does it go to that level, the program?
So what we do is we have what's called a black book. So members can actually put in their favourite builders, designers, architects, brokers, all that sort of thing in there. And then we've got state-based chats as well where people can ask locally if they've got builders that they recommend. So absolutely within the community, if people are sharing their A-teams and that's them. Because we've got a national program, it's all around Australia. So we've got, builders to students all around Australia and regionally and in the cities as well. So we've got the black book there and then we've got the state-based chats as well where people share who they've got. And by having this community, which is abundant, it's not about, this is my builder, I'm not sharing my builder. We've created a space where we give, and the more we give, the more we get back.
Thank you so much for your time, Amanda. Now, if you want to join Amanda's community, where would people reach out and find you?
So you can go to my website, risingstardeveloper.com, or otherwise I'll give you a link as well. Or should we put the link to the show notes?
Yep.
Where we can give you access to a free program to actually learn more about the concept of property development. I've got a program called the Cashflow Accelerator. It's a short course, 6 modules. It goes for a couple of hours. And that will just introduce you to the concept of what is small-scale property development, how do you do it, and how can you create cash flow streams from that. So more than happy to give your listeners a link to that if they want to go and check that out.
Fantastic. Well, thanks again so much. I've really enjoyed it. I've learned a lot. Thank you, Amanda.
Awesome. My pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Okay, bye.
10 with Ty is brought to you by Washington Brown, the property depreciation experts.